So you guys might be able to notice that my gameplay might look a little bit better of quality, and that's because I actually just upgraded my monitor and I'm finally playing Apex in 2K. It looks really crisp, and if you guys have a PC that's able to push 2K, I'd really recommend it. Or if you're on console, I think you can do 4K over there. So, you know, try a higher resolution monitor. It actually looks really good. Hope you guys are all well, and my goodness, do we have a lot to discuss in today's video. It's been a while since I've had so many topics to cover in one video, from people retiring and quitting, from, you know, pro controversies and calling out Apex for lying about patches and fixes coming, new movement mechanic techs being discovered, console players rejoicing about it, even a nerf to cover in today's video. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you guys want to stay up to date all things Apex Legends esports related. Psych, that's Apex News. That's my ALGS channel. Wrong one. Whoops. This is Apex News over here, and don't forget we're giving away an Xbox Series X, PlayStation 5, or entry-level PC over on the Apex Lounge as well. All those links is down in the description. I'm building like a whole ecosystem of Apex content as well, so I can continuously draw from. So firstly, I wanted to make mention of this. You guys might know this guy. His name is Dema or Demal. I never know how to really pronounce this guy's name, because I for a while I thought it was Denmal. I don't know why, but this guy was very popular for trick shots, right? You know, like a lot of people remember back in the old days, Modern Warfare 2 montages and stuff, the 360 no scopes and all that stuff. Well, a lot of that stuff in Apex had always been very cringe. Well, this guy had done it in a way that was not cringe at all. It was extremely awesome to watch a lot of his clips and montages as well. He's like the only guy I really respected in that scene, because like he was the only one that really looked cool. His Kraber shots were unreal. The longbow and wingman shots across the map, no scopes, were insane. Well, sadly, a lot of people are fed up with the state of Apex Legends right now, and you're going to see a big controversy in a next topic very soon. But basically, you know, he's decided to leave Furia and also quit Apex Legends content as well, and also said in the link here that he's quitting Apex Legends. So it's always really sad to see people give up and just quit and move on, but it is what it is. He said he's also looking for his future to get his degree as a paramedic, and really looking forward to that. So obviously moving on to great things as well, hoping the best for him. He was a friend of mine, and I really hate to see things like that happen. It wasn't just him. Dark Zero's player Sharky has decided to retire from Apex Esports as well, and said he just doesn't really enjoy the game anymore, as he basically is going to be leaving Dark Zero for Rambo to fill that spot. However, this is where the controversies begin to take place. We've got two to discuss here. One was coming from Burno, another one coming from Sweet Dreams as well. So Burno had said, hey, look, I'm a day one player, 10,000 hours in this game, 200,000 kills, a decent sized creator, and I can honestly say that the game has never been in a worse spot. Least communication that we've ever had from devs and Respawn, but we have the most heirlooms and mythics and skins and recolors than we have ever had. Please, Respawn, we understand that things won't change overnight or even fast, but please just communicate with us. Tell us that you're doing things and know of the issues. Tell us something. And thank you to Adam Bowers for tagging me in that over on Twitter. I appreciate you guys tagging me and stuff. It helps a lot, and I always try to give, you know, little shout outs for you guys doing so as well. But that wasn't the only thing to talk about. Burno obviously made a very great point here, but it was also coming from like a bold-faced lie. Apex had posted this saying a competition update. They basically canceled last week's Pro League match. You guys might remember we were supposed to have some matches last week. Well, they decided to cancel them, postpone them. They said due to the instabilities of the recent 16.1 patch, this weekend's Pro League will be rescheduled to April the 23rd for EMEA and North America, and April 30th for 2023 for APAC North. As a result, match day 8 in EMEA and North America is rescheduled to April 29th, and the APAC North Regional Finals is rescheduled to May the 6th. All other previously scheduled matches will take place as planned. We thank you for your patience and understanding as we sort through these challenges. See you all next weekend for more Pro League matches. Well, you would think like, okay, this is good. You know, we're going to postpone the matches so that we don't have to worry about the instability, the bugs, the glitches, the things that are going on in the game that are, you know, ruining the competitive integrity. Well, why did we still keep this week's Pro League match if the instabilities are still there? I really don't understand. It seems like, you know, basically whoever was supposed to be playing last week got a little bit of a blessing there that it got postponed, but whoever was playing last night didn't get that blessing, and they had to play it anyways. So Sweet Dreams had posted this clip, and this is why, you know, Cutting Away retweeted this and said, you know, by the way, this update was posted over a week ago. This was the problem that Sweet Dreams ran into last night, 14 hours ago, that he posted this. Apex Legends in 2023, the game is effing imploding in almost every aspect, he says. And so roll the clip.
I've been down. I'm in trouble.
I can res him.
Hold on. Let me help you. Taking fire. Recharging shields.
He's shooting us. Yeah. They got the helmet. I'm getting shot by no audio, man! I'm dead!
Bro, I'm gonna lose my mind.
I can res him.
I literally don't even know where I'm getting shot from. I literally have no idea.
Me neither, man.
So as you can see, after watching those 2 clips, there was a lot of silent shots coming out of nowhere. The audio just simply was not working. So they were taking fire, taking damage, and they had no idea where it was coming from because the audio in the game just simply was not working. And it's kind of sad to see, you know, they put out that competitive integrity post about, you know, we're going to delay the matches so that we can fix the instabilities and all that stuff. And then, you know, they're playing in this. It's just so sad. And sometimes I got to be honest, it's embarrassing to have to play again. Oh, not to have to. I don't have to play, but to watch and report about games like this where they're trying to play for millions of dollars. And it's this garbage that's going on behind the scenes that's really throwing some of the games. I'm not saying obviously, you know, like that it's the end of the world or that it's just as bad as someone who's cheating or wall hacking or like, I understand there's bigger problems that you could have, but this still is an embarrassing problem to have. And it's crazy because, you know, other games do have problems. I just don't ever really see, like, from my personal perspective, like, you know, Counter-Strike or Valorant, pro players complaining about no audio or, you know, not being able to see or not being able to hear, or like, you know, it just seems like every time there's a battle royale where there's too many people in a server, too big of a map, it always proposes for lifelong issues. Like they never get fixed. They're never getting worked on. They're never improving. So I don't know, interested to see what you guys have to say there as well. Now for some other good news, you console players, you might be a little bit happy about this. I could not believe this because, you know, consoles are one of those things that's a closed like source, it's like closed system. So like you can't really, you know, invoke or bring in a lot of like, you know, outside sources into it because it just blocks a lot of things. And so like we just knew like you'll never be able to get tap strafing over on console, right? Like that stuff will just never just happen. Well, you also got to remember there's always people finding just new movement mechanics all the time. And so this is a new like trending video that a lot of people are giving a lot of attention to. I had many of you ever since I told you guys that, you know, feel free to DM me and send me topics. A lot of you guys sent me this topic. I had never heard of this. It's a brand new movement mechanic that a lot of people are starting to do. They're calling it Go Strafe. It's a new movement mechanic that allows you to kind of tap strafe over on console. And a guy named Nui TV had made a video about it. And you could see what it looks like on screen right now. And it does look very similar to tap strafing, but it's not necessarily exactly like it, although it kind of is at the same time. It's not the same as a mouse and keyboard tap strafe, but it looks a lot like the tap strafe that you can do on controller in the Steam configuration settings. So Nui gives credit to a guy named Golem, who apparently is a console player that found this movement mechanic. Although it may look like a normal like lurch kind of strafe, it's actually not that because it doesn't use lurching at all. So yeah, it's like more of like a 60% tap strafe over on console, which is weird because, you know, the console players are already under fire all the time by the PC players for having 60% aim assist and all of this stuff. And so I know the PC players are going to be like, this is insane. They need to nerf this. You know, now they're getting movement. What else are they going to get? It's like, you know, just too much at this point. The console players are obviously happy because they've been limited over there for quite some time. Interested to see what you guys have to say about all of this as well. There's also been like a lot of conversation as to whether or not tap strafing on controller on PC was considered cheating. I told you guys a while back that there was a guy who said that, you know, he talked to EA Respawn. They said that the tap strafing thing was not cheating, but obviously don't go too far to start doing like the Neo strafe and all of that because it is considered cheating. However, Toddless had brought a good point to 217 likes on Twitter and even tagging me and Garrett as well. So thank you for tagging me in this, Toddless, saying that some Apex renting here that if using these configuration scripts on controller to tap strafe is not considered cheating, then using an auto hotkey script to control gun recoil shouldn't be considered cheating either. Literally, they're the same thing, just an input script to do an in-game mechanic automatically. Remember when competitive games was about skill and not about who had the best advantages? The copium from Respawn is just out of this world. Honestly, a fair point coming from Totless. I think a lot of the problems that we're having here in the Apex community is like we see one thing and we say, okay, this is fine, this is allowed. So there's always like a back end way to tie in another thing to say like, oh, well, this should be allowed too because it's technically the same thing. It's like having the two different inputs that have two different advantages is always a double-edged sword, right? There's always something that you can find that really makes it seem unfair. So that's why I'm interested to see what you guys have to say down in the comment section below. Also wanted to make mention of this just as we close the video out here. A charge rifle nerf has been something we have all been looking forward to, and it seems like it is coming. Thornton Smash kind of confirmed it, I think, a couple of days ago in one of his videos that a charge rifle does seem to be getting nerfed very soon. However, there was like a little bit of a DM sent to me from Poseidon. I don't really know what all of this is, what kind of truth there is to any of this as well. Basically, the widely accepted idea is that there's going to be possibly reduced damage and reduced range. I think a lot of us saw that coming, and even some pro players were giving a lot of their feedback in a couple of days ago in a video. So I really think that Respawn will more than likely, considering it seems to be more of a competitive problem, right? It seems like a bad thing for ranked, a bad thing for ALGS, and I don't think too many people are worried about, you know, charge rifle and pubs. It is what it is. It's supposed to be goofy sometimes, but I think that obviously with it being more of a competitive issue here, they're probably going to lean a lot more for the pro players and their opinions as well. Interested to see what you guys have to say down in the comment section below. We definitely need some help in this situation because, you know, even Fallout was tweeting yesterday talking about what do we need to do as the Apex scene to grow and not just be a 5-year esport, but a 15-year esport like, you know, Apex is trying to do, and how basically saying we all got to work together, because if we don't, then we'll just all tear each other down and we'll all go down together as well. I'll play that clip as the video ends. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you guys want to stay up to date all things Apex Legends news related. And until the next time, I will see you all later, Gators.
But yeah, you know, I help you, you help me, and that's kind of the gist of, you know, the last topic about, you know, esports. You know, trying to just, you know, so there's with the realm too, like the scheduling and stuff like that. We all got to work together to all, you know, kind of come up, because if we don't, then we'll just tear each other apart and we'll all go down.
A rising tide lifts all boats.